is the Bell Hotel, which was one of the many coaching inns in Norwich, where coaching companies stabled their horses and picked up passengers. The doorway you can see through the trees is the exit, and on the other side is the entrance. By 1783, 8 stagecoaches provided 25 departures to London weekly, with a journey time of around 12 hours for the 109 miles to London. By the end of the 19th century, the stagecoach industry had almost died out, with the advent of the railways. With the building of the railways and lack of investment, Norwich's theatre industry also died out. The face of Norwich city centre is updated on a regular basis, with plans for new amenities and further pedestrianisation. Norwich was the first British town in 1967 to have a pedestrian shopping street that is nearby London Street. Norwich was the first city to try the 6-digit postcodes in 1959. This was due to the city already having 8 automated mail sorting machines. This was then extended nationwide in 1965. Shortly after we turn left, you'll see on the left the sandstone building of Surrey House, the headquarters of Norwich Union, which became part of the Aviva Group in 2005. Surrey House was built in 1905. The main hall, which is a front door, is decked out in marble that was originally intended for London's Westminster. We are now turning into Norwich's bus station, which was opened in August 2005 and now serves over 10 million passengers. The striking roof of the bus section is designed to allow in as much natural light as possible and to reduce the building's environmental impact. It protects the glass-fronted travel centre from solar heat and reduces the need for air conditioning. Remember to save your city sightseeing ticket, as you can use it to get a discount on other city sightseeing tours in the UK and abroad. Simply present your ticket to the driver of any city sightseeing bus. There are over 100 locations worldwide. This is our stop for the bus station at Surrey House.
Norwich bus station.
Then hello and welcome to the city sightseeing tour of Norwich. Your 24-hour ticket allows you to leave and reboard the bus as often as you like, giving you the freedom to explore Norwich at your leisure. Norwich has 6 park and ride sites, the largest of any city in England. Much of this area is occupied by buildings linked to the insurance company, formerly known as Norwich Union, now Aviva, and the largest provider of life insurance in the UK. Norwich Union was started in the 1790s by Thomas Bigelow, who, when he moved from Kent to Norwich, was unable to find anyone willing to insure him against the threat from highwaymen. Spotting a gap in the market, the former wine merchant and banker founded what became the Norwich Union, insuring against a variety of accidents, including fire. In 1862, Norwich Union insured the Great Exhibition at London's Hyde Park for the world record sum of £450,000. Until 1929, Norwich Union operated their own fire brigades, protecting policyholders' own buildings which had been identified by fire insurance marks. between 1791 and 1808, as they had become a traffic hazard for horses and carts. As we travel around the roundabout, look out for the section of wall to the left of the furniture shop. On this section of the wall is a depiction of St. Stephen's Gate. Coming up to the right is the longest visible remaining stretch of the city walls. From around 1150, a ditch protected the town. In 1253, a new bagging ditch was constructed and a square mile was enclosed. Over the next century, 3 feet thick walls were built and were constructed on top of the wall, reaching a height of over 20 feet. The road we are now travelling on was once the ditch surrounding the walls, which was 25 feet deep and 60 feet wide. Altogether, the walls were around 2¼ miles long and had 12 gates. The site behind the city walls was once occupied by Cayley's, the chocolate factory. Cayley supplied marching chocolate bars for the soldiers in the First World War. The Norwich parish of St. Saviour's is where Bishop Matthew Clark was. He was appointed by Henry VIII as chaplain to Anne Boleyn. Before her execution, she placed her 3-year-old daughter Elizabeth in his charge. After ascending the throne and becoming Elizabeth I, she appointed Parker Archbishop of Canterbury. It is said he was a remarkably inquisitive man, which earned him the nickname of Nosy Parker, a phrase still used today. Ahead of us is Norwich's Roman Catholic Cathedral, the largest in England outside of London. The cathedral, which was originally built as a church, was completed in 1910 and is dedicated to St. John the Baptist. It was given cathedral status in 1976. Building work began in 1882 and was financed by the 15th Duke of Norfolk, Henry Howard, a fervent Catholic. The cathedral was commissioned to commemorate the Duke's marriage to his first wife, Lady Flora Hastings. As it turned out, by the time the cathedral was completed, she had been dead for 2 decades. The Duke had remarried and had 2 more children. Beyond the cathedral is the Gothic Victorian plantation garden, which was created in a disused quarry and is open to the public every day. This is the stop for the Roman Catholic Cathedral and the plantation garden. As we leave the stop, look at the top of St. Giles Church to the left. In medieval times, this was the highest point of the city where beacons burned to show people on their back to the city. This is St. Giles Street, the Harley Street of the 18th century. One of the physicians living here was Dr. Edward Wiggle, who once employed the heroine named John Crowe. He sat and his jokes. These jokes were from experiments on medical students and switching the labels on medicine bottles. John Crowe then went into the science and eventually went on to become one of the most distinguished landscape artists and the founder of the Norwich School of Painting. The clock face on the tower of the city hall ahead has a diameter of 14 feet and named after King George VI, who opened City Hall in 1938. As funding dried up as a result of the wars, 2 of the building's 4 sides were never completed. Ahead of us is the Guildhall, the largest provincial Guildhall in England. Norwich was governed from the Guildhall between 1412 and 1938, when the City Hall, to our right, opened. Norwich's historic marketplace to the left was begun by the Normans in around 1067 and is the largest open marketplace in England. The church just ahead of us is St. pt1, Norwich's largest parish church, built in the mid-1400s on the site of an earlier church. The large brick building on the left is called the Forum. The building houses libraries, cafes, the BBC and the Tourist Information Centre. The old fire station to the right is now the Sir Isaac Newton Sixth Form, UK's first specialist science and maths sixth form. Just after and behind the Sixth Form College skating rink is now occupied by the Country and Eastern Gallery and is open to the public free of charge. The Sainsbury Centre for Visual Arts also has free entry and is located in the parking of the University of East Anglia, a short drive on the number 25 bus. To the left, just after the cycle shop, you will see the Churchman House, one of the best examples of Georgian townhouse in the country. As we turn left, you will see to our right St Giles Church, which you will notice is built mainly of flintstone. Most of the churches in Norwich are made of flintstone. This is the natural occurring stone of the area and was readily available, especially on the beaches of the nearby coastline in the 14th and 15th centuries when these churches were built. This stone has been formed from fossilised sea urchins and years of movement in the sea. Knapping of flint was an important craft in the medieval times. This knapping was where a craftsman made round stone into flat-faced and even squared bricks. If knapped stone was used on the building, it was a way of showing your status and wealth. Over 1,000 churches were built in medieval times in Norfolk, the largest concentration of churches in the world. Many now stand alone without a village. This is due to villages being lost during the Black Plague, when many were burnt to the ground to destroy the rats whose fleas were harbouring the plague. You may notice that many of the churches in Norfolk are standing on a hill, as they were to be revered and looked up to as the icon of the village. These churches at their time were not only for worship, but the meeting place, education centre and hub of the village. The round-towered churches seen in the eastern counties predate the square Norman churches, as they were built by the Saxons mainly as lookout towers against the marauding Vikings and became churches after the Norman invasion. Norfolk has more Saxon towers than any other county in England. By large crowds who would travel here from far and wide. This area was known in days gone by as the windiest and coldest area in the city and became known as Pneumonia Corner. Ahead of us and to our right, as we travel down the street, is Chapel Field Gardens, once used as a training ground for the archers of the Battle of Agincourt. At one time, all men were required to practice their archery. This is our stop for the Tourist Information Centre, which is in the hall, the brick building ahead of us on the left. You can also access the Assembly House, the Marketplace and Chapel Field Shopping Centre from here.
Free of charge.
To the right is the theatre. Norwich's Theatre Royal celebrated its 250th anniversary in 2007, following a £10 million transformation, including improved facilities, a cafe and a restaurant open all day, serving seasonal and locally sourced food wherever possible. is the Assembly House, built in 1754. Since this time, the building has been put to numerous uses, including a girls' school and a meeting place. During the Second World War, it was the headquarters of the Army Camouflage School. The Assembly House is now a popular venue for weddings, exhibitions and meetings, together with a restaurant and cafe bar. To the right, you'll see St Stephen's Church, unusual in that its tower is built on the side of the church rather than on the western end. The Marks and Spencer store on the right is the second largest in the UK, after London. This is Rampant Horse Street, named after the 19th century market for stud stallions in this area. As we approach Denis, have a look on the floor of the doorway for the sign of the Rampant Horse. The stud stallion market in Norwich was just one of the many reasons why Norwich was known as an agricultural centre, attracting farmers and traders from all over East Anglia, who would herd their cattle along well-worn tracks. During the Victorian era, Norwich contained pubs and 27 breweries. It was commonly said of Norwich that there was a church for every Sunday and a pub for every day of the year, though nowadays there are only around 50 pubs in Norwich. Ahead of us is Norwich Castle. Built between 1067 and 1120 as a royal palace, Norwich Castle was a symbol of Norman dominance in Norfolk. The Domesday Book records that 98 Saxon earls were demolished to make way for it. By the 14th century, military was at a climb, and the castle became one of the largest prisons in the country for 500 years before being turned into a museum in the 1890s. Over the course of 5 centuries, from the 1300s to the 1800s, executions took place here, with the last public execution held outside the castle in 1867. This is our stop for the castle and the Castle Mall retail centre.
Getting up here and going the entire way around. Yeah. Yeah. And I see that one.